All right, so you're prepping for an electrical power distributor interview.
Smart move.
It's a field with huge potential, and we're going to unpack all that in this deep dive.
Yeah.
We've got career guides, interview guides, and we'll even talk about some AI insights from RoleCatcher.
I love that.
Yeah.
Especially the AI stuff.
Super interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
really interesting.
So we're going to tackle those common questions that you might get in an interview like this.
Okay.
Reveal what those interviewers really want to hear and give you some career tips that can help you stand out as a candidate.
Sounds good.
So first of all, what does an electrical power distributor actually do?
It's so much more than keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
It's really about maintaining the grid, handling outages, and even getting us ready for the rise of all this renewable energy.
So really thinking big picture,
Absolutely.
long term, not just day to day.
Yeah, and I think that's where you can really showcase your passion and understanding during an interview.
Totally.
Talk about these things. It's really exciting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's dive into the interview questions.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay.
So RoleCatcher's Guide gives us 10 sample interview questions.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to spend most of our time today going through these questions, talking about how to approach them.
Perfect.
So the first one, and I know this is a cliche question, but we're going to try to unpack it.
Yep.
What inspired you to pursue a career as an electrical power distributor?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
So how do you sidestep a generic answer to this and make it something memorable?
Well, this is where you ditch the textbook response and spark a connection.
Okay.
Instead of just stating the obvious, like, I've always been fascinated by electricity, take them back to a defining moment in your life.
Okay.
Maybe it was witnessing a lineman heroically restoring power after a storm, or maybe a school project that ignited your curiosity about circuits.
Yeah, something personal.
Make it personal.
Like a
Lovely.
story that they can connect with. Absolutely, because
Yeah.
that's what's going to make you stand out.
So, for example, instead of just saying, I'm interested in energy, you could talk about how seeing the aftermath of that ice storm a few years back
Yeah.
really made you realize how important reliable power is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And how that drove you to want to be part of the solution.
To be one of those people out there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now you're not just a candidate, you're someone with a driving force,
Right.
And guess what? Interviewers love that kind of genuine enthusiasm.
Okay.
And they might even follow up with something like, what aspect of this job excites you the most?
Oh, okay.
So be ready to link that story back to the role.
Okay.
Maybe it's the problem-solving aspect, the chance to work with cutting-edge grid technology, or the positive impact it has on the community.
That's a good point.
Yeah, you want to connect the dots for them.
Yeah.
Make it clear.
Great. Okay.
All right, question number 2 throws us a bit of a technical curveball. Can you describe your experience with electrical distribution systems?
So this is where you really get to show off your knowledge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is your time to shine.
Okay.
But here's the secret sauce. Don't just rattle off a list of skills.
Okay.
Think STAR method. Situation, task, action, result.
I love the STAR method.
It's a classic for a reason.
Yeah.
It helps you tell a compelling story.
So paint them a picture with your words.
Exactly.
Okay.
Did you troubleshoot a tricky outage? Did you design a section of a distribution network? Did you contribute to a substation upgrade? Walk them through it.
Sure.
What was the situation? What was your specific role? What actions did you take?
Okay.
And what was the impact?
Okay.
And quantify your accomplishments whenever possible.
Quantify. So use numbers.
Numbers, percentages, anything that shows the impact you made.
Ah.
So instead of just saying, I'm proficient in using SCADA systems, which, by the way, stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition, you could say something like, in my previous role, I utilized SCADA systems to monitor a distribution network serving over 5,000 customers.
Oh, wow.
I identified a recurring voltage fluctuation issue,
Okay.
implemented a solution, and reduced downtime by 15%.
Oh, I like that a lot better.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you're showcasing your expertise.
You're really showing them what you're capable of.
You've not only shown technical proficiency, but also initiative and problem-solving skills.
So nice.
And you even managed to sneak in a quick explanation of SCADA,
Oh, yeah.
demonstrating your understanding of industry terminology.
So subtle but important.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, question number 3 is a big one. How do you ensure compliance with electrical safety regulations in your work?
This seems pretty straightforward.
It does, right?
Yeah.
but there are some pitfalls to watch out for here.
Okay, like what?
The trap is falling into the generic answer abyss.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, I follow all safety protocols, you need to give them a glimpse into your meticulous side.
To show them you're really detail-oriented.
Exactly. Think about specific procedures you follow, like pre-job hazard assessments, lockout, tagout procedures, or even grounding practices.
Okay.
Maybe you even have experience implementing a new safety initiative or a training program.
Oh, wow.
You want to showcase your proactive approach to safety.
Okay.
So you could say something like, I always conduct thorough risk assessments before starting any work on energized equipment. I'm also trained in NFPA 70E standards.
Oh, yeah.
And make sure to wear the appropriate PPE for the task at hand.
Okay.
Now, you've not only mentioned specific procedures, but also highlighted your knowledge of NFPA 70E, the gold standard for electrical safety in the workplace.
Perfect. All right, question 4 is all about problem solving.
Let's hear it.
How do you troubleshoot electrical distribution systems when there's a problem?
Ooh, another good one.
Yeah,
This feels tailor-made for the STAR method, doesn't it?
it really does.
This is your chance to shine as a technical detective.
Okay.
So think about a challenging troubleshooting experience you've had. Maybe it was a complex outage with multiple potential causes, or a tricky equipment malfunction, or even a grid instability issue related to renewable energy integration.
Oh, wow.
Describe the situation, your role, the steps you took to isolate the problem, and the outcome. Did you use diagnostic tools, analyze data, or collaborate with a team?
It's really about the process.
It is.
Yeah.
It's about showing them how you think.
Okay.
So, for example, if they ask about a time you resolved a major outage, you could talk about a situation where a transformer overloaded during a heat wave.
Oh, right.
You could say, I collaborated with my team to isolate the affected area, rerouted power from adjacent feeders to minimize the impact on customers, and then led the repair efforts to bring the transformer back online.
Nice.
Right. Now that's what I call a power play.
Yeah, I like that.
You've demonstrated your technical skills, your teamwork, and your ability to handle pressure.
All very important.
All qualities highly sought after in this field.
Right.
And you've subtly highlighted a growing challenge in the industry,
Which is...
managing grid stability with the increasing amount of renewable energy integration.
Right. So it shows you're thinking ahead.
You're not just technically competent, but you're also aware of industry trends.
Perfect. Okay, speaking of industry trends, let's move on to question number 5.
Okay.
How do you stay up to date with the new developments in electrical power distribution technology?
I love this question.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Because this field is constantly buzzing with innovation.
Right. It's changing all the time.
It is. So interviewers want to see that you're not stuck in the past.
You're not just relying on what you learned in school.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So how do we show them we're on top of things?
Yeah, how do we show them that?
Well, this is where you highlight your commitment to being a lifelong learner. Do you subscribe to industry journals like Power Engineering or Transmission and Distribution World?
Okay.
Are you active in professional organizations like IEE?
Okay.
Maybe you've even taken online courses or earned certifications to bolster your knowledge in areas like smart grid technologies or cybersecurity.
To really kind of specialize.
Yeah. Show them you're going above and beyond.
So, for example, I could say, I'm an active member of the IE Power and Energy Society, and I regularly attend their webinars and conferences to stay abreast of the latest advancements in grid modernization.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now you're not just keeping up, you're actively engaging with the industry's thought leaders.
You're part of the community.
Exactly.
Okay.
And guess what? Interviewers can tell the difference between someone who's genuinely passionate about their field and someone who's just going through the motions.
Okay, that makes sense.
So show them your passion.
All right. We've tackled 5 questions so far.
Wow, we're halfway there.
I am.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Before we jump into the next set, I want to take a quick detour and talk about how RoleCatcher's AI can help you with your interview prep.
Oh, yes, please.
Because we talked about it a little bit, but I want to dive in a little more.
Let's do it.
So RoleCatcher is like having a personalized interview coach in your pocket.
I love that analogy.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So its AI engine analyzes job descriptions,
Okay.
identifies keywords and skills,
Okay.
and it helps you tailor your resume and your answers to specific roles.
That's amazing.
So imagine getting real-time feedback on your delivery, your tone, your pacing, and even your body language,
Wow.
all before you even step foot in the interview room.
That's incredible. It's like having a virtual mock interview with an expert.
Right? It's pretty amazing.
That's a game changer.
We'll dive deeper into RoleCatcher's capabilities a little later in the episode.
Okay.
But for now, let's get back to those interview questions. Are you ready for the next set?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's electrify our interview skills.
I love it.
Okay, so question number 6
Right.
is how do you prioritize and manage your workload when working on multiple projects simultaneously?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right.
I could already feel myself getting stressed just thinking about it.
I know it can be overwhelming.
Yeah. How do we not just say, I'm a great multitasker?
Right. You want to avoid those generic answers
Yeah.
because they don't really tell the interviewer anything about you.
Right.
So instead of just saying you're organized, walk them through your process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use a project management system?
Okay.
How do you prioritize tasks and deadlines?
Okay.
How do you communicate with stakeholders to keep everyone in the loop?
Okay.
They want to see your methodical approach to taming the chaos.
Okay, so I could say something like, I break down large projects into smaller manageable tasks, assign deadlines using a project management tool, and schedule regular check-ins with my team to address any roadblocks.
Perfect.
Okay.
You've demonstrated a structured approach and even hinted at your collaborative skills.
Oh.
Remember, real-world examples always add credibility.
Okay.
So think back to a time when you successfully navigated a particularly hectic period.
Okay.
What strategies did you use to stay on top of everything?
So maybe I could tell a story about a time where I was managing a substation upgrade while also handling like routine maintenance tasks.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
That would paint a clearer picture of how you handle multiple responsibilities.
Okay, perfect. All right, question number 7 is, how do you ensure that electrical power distribution systems are energy efficient and sustainable?
This is where those career guide insights about industry trends really come into play.
Okay, so this is a future-focused question.
Absolutely. This question is your chance to showcase your understanding of the evolving energy landscape.
Okay.
The industry is buzzing with talking about smart grids, renewable integration, and energy storage solutions.
Right. It's not your grandfather's power grid anymore.
Exactly. It's a whole new world out there.
So how do we approach this question effectively? Should we get into the specifics of like different renewable energy sources?
You can touch upon them, but I would focus more on the bigger picture.
Okay.
Demonstrate your knowledge of key trends while highlighting your specific interests and experiences.
Okay.
Maybe you've researched the integration of solar PV systems into the grid, or perhaps you've explored demand-side management strategies to reduce peak loads.
Okay.
Share what excites you about the future of energy.
Okay, so I could say something like, I'm really interested in the role of smart grids in optimizing energy distribution and integrating renewable resources. I've been following the advancements in microgrid technology and their potential to enhance grid resilience and sustainability.
Now you're talking.
Okay.
You've showcased your awareness of industry trends while highlighting a specific area of interest.
Okay.
And it also subtly demonstrates your understanding of some of that industry jargon like microgrids and grid resilience.
Little things like that can make a difference.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, question number 8 is, can you describe your experience with project management in electrical power distribution?
Project management, a crucial skill in any engineering field.
Yeah, but what if I haven't officially led a big project yet?
That's okay, don't worry.
Okay.
Even if you haven't had the project manager title, you've likely been involved in various project phases.
Okay.
So think about those experiences where you took initiative, planned tasks, coordinated with others, or maybe even managed a smaller aspect of a larger project.
Okay, so I shouldn't just say, I've never managed a project.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Honesty is key, of course, but you can frame your experiences in a positive light.
Okay.
Acknowledge that while you haven't formally led a large-scale project, you've gained valuable experience in contributing to various stages of project implementation.
Okay.
Describe your role, the tasks you handled, and the skills you developed.
So, for example, I could say, while I haven't formally managed a large-scale project, I played a key role in a recent substation upgrade project.
Okay.
I was responsible for developing the electrical schematics, coordinating with contractors, and ensuring compliance with safety regulations.
That's a great way to showcase your contributions and highlight the transferable skills you've gained.
Oh, yeah.
You've demonstrated initiative, technical expertise, and attention to detail,
Okay.
all valuable qualities in a project environment.
Awesome. All right, question number 9 is all about those soft skills. How do you ensure effective communication and collaboration with other stakeholders, such as contractors and clients?
Ah, yes, the people skills.
Yeah, this seems less about technical know-how and more about how you interact with
You're
others.
absolutely right.
Okay.
In this field, you're not working in isolation. You're constantly interacting with engineers, technicians, contractors, clients, and even the public.
Right.
Effective communication is crucial.
It's not just about the wires and circuits.
Exactly.
Okay.
So how do you demonstrate those communication and collaboration skills?
Yeah, should I just say I'm a great communicator?
Well, actions speak louder than words, right? Instead of making general statements, provide specific examples of how you've facilitated communication and collaboration in the past.
Okay.
Maybe you implemented a new communication protocol for a project, or used collaborative software tools to streamline information sharing, or facilitated successful conflict resolution between stakeholders.
So, for example, I could talk about a time when I led a community outreach effort to address concerns about a new transmission line project.
That's a great one.
Okay.
Tell them how you organize public meetings, actively listened to community feedback, and worked with engineers to address their concerns and mitigate potential impacts.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
You've not only demonstrated your communication skills, but also your ability to build relationships and navigate sensitive situations.
Okay.
It also highlights your understanding of the importance of community engagement in infrastructure projects, which is a growing area of focus in the industry.
All right, so we've reached the final question in RoleCatcher's Guide.
Drum roll, please.
Okay. How do you ensure that electrical power distribution systems are reliable and meet the needs of clients?
Ah, the million-dollar question.
Yeah, it feels like this one's a chance to kind of tie everything together and showcase our overall understanding of the role.
This is your opportunity to leave a lasting impression.
Okay.
Highlight your commitment to quality attention to detail and proactive approach to problem solving.
Okay.
Think about the measures you take to ensure reliability, from preventative maintenance and system monitoring to emergency response planning and continuous improvement initiatives.
Okay, so I could say something like, I believe in a proactive approach to reliability. I conduct regular inspections of equipment, analyze system data to identify potential issues before they become major problems, and work collaboratively with my team to develop and implement preventative maintenance schedules.
That's a great start.
Okay.
But remember, it's also about understanding client needs.
Right.
So you could add something like, I start by thoroughly understanding the client's specific requirements and then design and maintain the system to meet those needs reliably and efficiently.
So it's not just about keeping the lights on. It's about delivering reliable power that's tailored to each client's needs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with that, we've covered all 10 of those challenging interview questions from RoleCatcher's Guide.
Wow. That was a lot.
It was a marathon, but we made it.
I'm feeling a lot more confident now, though.
That's the goal.
Yeah. But before we wrap up, I want to circle back to something we talked about earlier.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
Oh, yes. Let's dive back into that.
Because we talked about how it can analyze job descriptions and help tailor our resumes.
Right.
But how does it actually help with interview prep?
Imagine this. You've crafted your answers to some common interview questions.
Okay.
You load them into RoleCatcher,
Okay.
and its AI engine gets to work. It analyzes your responses, looking for keywords, assessing your tone and casing, and even providing feedback on your body language,
Wow.
all based on the specific job you're applying for.
So it really personalizes the feedback.
It's like having a virtual interview coach giving you personalized feedback in real time.
That's incredible. So it's not just about the content of your answers, it's also about the delivery and presentation.
Exactly. You want to make sure you're presenting yourself in the best possible light.
Right.
And the best part is you can practice as much as you need until you feel confident and ready to ace that interview.
That's a really cool tool.
Yeah,
I think we should definitely provide a link to RoleCatcher for our listeners so they can check it out.
absolutely. Everyone should have access to this kind of technology.
Okay, so now I want to take a moment to acknowledge just how complex the electrical power distribution system really is.
It's a marvel of engineering, for sure.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling to think about how it all works together.
It's a symphony of technology.
Yeah, and it's not just about keeping the lights on anymore. It's about integrating renewable energy sources and all the challenges that come with that.
And the advent of smart grid technologies, it's a truly dynamic and evolving field.
Yeah, so speaking of career paths, what are some of the exciting specializations and advancement paths in this field?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. You can specialize in areas like renewable energy integration, smart grid technologies, substation automation, or even distribution system planning and analysis.
So if someone was passionate about sustainability, they could really focus their career on designing and implementing solar or wind power projects.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And if someone's fascinated by cutting-edge technology, they might choose to specialize in smart grid systems that utilize data analytics, artificial intelligence, and automation to optimize grid performance.
So many different avenues. The
There's-
field is wide open.
And what about career progression? Like, where can a career as an electrical power distributor lead? Well, you could move into supervisory or management roles, become a technical expert in a specialized area, or even transition into roles in related fields like power systems engineering, renewable energy consulting, or energy policy.
Wow, so it's not just a linear path. There are lots of options.
Exactly. You can really tailor your career to your interests and passions.
And let's not forget about the importance of continuous learning and professional development.
Oh, absolutely.
The career guide mentions some valuable certifications that can give individuals a competitive edge.
Yes, certifications are a great way to demonstrate your expertise and commitment to professional growth.
Okay.
Certifications like the Certified Electrical Safety Worker, the Certified Power Systems Technician, or the Certified Energy Manager can enhance your credibility and open up new career opportunities.
So this field really encourages ongoing learning and development.
It does. It's a field that's constantly evolving, so you need to stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
We dissected those tricky interview questions. We explored the career landscape. What are some key takeaways our listeners should keep in mind as they embark on their journey in this field?
First and foremost, showcase your passion.
Okay.
Let the interviewer see your genuine interest in the field and your enthusiasm for the work.
Okay.
A little bit of excitement goes a long way.
Yeah, definitely. And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
Absolutely. They're not just hiring your technical skills, they're hiring you as a person.
That's a good point. Now, on a more practical note, remember to be specific when answering those interview questions.
Yes, provide concrete examples that demonstrate your abilities and the impact you've made.
Okay.
Quantify your accomplishments whenever possible. Numbers speak volumes.
Okay, good advice. And what about staying up to date in this ever-evolving field?
Highlight your commitment to continuous learning.
Okay.
Mention the industry publications you read, the professional organizations you're involved in, and any courses or certifications you've pursued. This shows you're dedicated to staying at the forefront of your field.
And of course, we can't forget about RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
It's like having a personal career coach in your pocket.
Yeah, guiding you through every step of the process.
From crafting your resume to acing that interview.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything.
I think so too.
Before we sign off, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought-provoking question.
Ooh, I like it.
As you embark on your career in this dynamic field, think about the impact you want to make. How will you contribute to the future of energy? What legacy will you leave behind?
That's a powerful question. This field is ripe with opportunities to innovate, create, and make a difference.
That's a really good point. It's not just about the job. It's about the bigger picture.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I just want to leave our listeners with one final thought.
Okay.
Go out there and be the change makers. Embrace the challenges, seize the opportunities, and never stop pushing the boundaries of innovation in this field.
I love it. And remember, you don't have to do it alone. There are so many resources available to support you on your journey, including those fantastic AI-powered tools from RoleCatcher.
Right.
Utilize those resources, connect with mentors, build your network, and never stop believing in your potential to make a difference.
That's great advice. Thank you so much for joining us on this electrifying journey into the world of electrical power distributors.
And my pleasure.
We hope you leave this deep dive feeling a little more informed, inspired, and empowered to take that next step in your career.
Good luck, everyone.
And to our listeners, remember, the future of energy is bright, and you have the power to shape it.